I bought the cabin to disappear. The first photo I ever posted, one corner of the cedar deck floating above a sea of fog, exploded in the family chat like a smoke bomb. 7 minutes later my mother declared victory. Ideal. Connor and Sloane can move in Saturday. Baby's room faces the sunrise. They showed up Thursday night with a U-Haul trailer, a portable crib, and a man who introduced himself only as the guy who opens doors when families can't agree. My name is Rowan Hale. I build desire for a living. I take failing brands, find the one true thing they still have, and sell it back to the world at triple the price. I have never once been able to sell myself the right to exist in my own family. I grew up in a brick colonial in Easton Hollow, where every wall carried my brother Connor's orbit. Varsity jackets in shadow boxes, scholarship plaques in perfect chronology, his face on the holiday card for 23 straight years. My own report cards and literary magazine clippings were folded into a shoebox labeled Rowan, College, and slid behind the furnace. Christmas became a ritual erasure. We figured you'd rather be in the city, sweetheart. Connor surprised us with the whole family in St. Barth's. Too expensive to change the tickets. I'd spend the day in an empty apartment eating takeout lo mein under LED string lights that never quite felt like home. So I stopped waiting to be remembered. I trained myself to love eucalyptus and cold iron instead of pine and gingerbread. I became an expert at needing nothing from anyone. Then came the rebrand that broke the internet. Forge and Ember Outdoor Gear. We turned a dusty catalog company into the symbol of finding your own damn signal. The client cried. My boss wired a $97,000 bonus before I left the building. That night I bought a house I had never stepped inside. A black-clad modern cabin cantilevered over the North Hollow Valley, for hours and one mountain range away from every childhood ghost. I paid cash through a blind LLC called North Hollow Trust. My name appears exactly nowhere. I spent every weekend alone up there, restaining floors until my knuckles bled, wiring motion lights that answered only to my phone, hanging 1,000 feet of amber bulbs along a deck that felt like the edge of the world. I finally risked inviting the 3 people from work who had accidentally become my real family, Mira, Theo, and Juno. We cooked steak on a cast-iron skillet, played music loud enough to echo off the cliffs, and the house learned how to hold laughter instead of just silence. Then I posted one quiet photo. Caption: claimed my own horizon. My mother saw it as a vacancy sign. Within an hour the family chat became a moving checklist. My father texted privately. Connor's practice is relocating. The cabin is the logical solution. Let's handle this like adults. I answered with a single sentence. The cabin is not a solution. He called it childish territoriality. I hired Lennon Gray, the most soft-spoken, terrifying real estate attorney in the state, and built a fortress of recorded notices, fraud flags, and reinforced steel. They still came on the 23rd. 2 SUVs, luggage, a locksmith already complaining about the cold. I watched on the porch cam, dialed non-emergency dispatch, and let a very bored deputy explain that LLCs do not recognize maternal guilt as a master key. They left furious. Then they got creative. Christmas morning my mother posted a nursery reveal with the location tag, North Hollow, our growing family's safe place. Someone tried to change Connor's voter registration to my address. Someone forged a lease with my signature, except they gave me a middle name I've never had. Every attempt was documented, time-stamped, and added to the file. New Year's Eve I filled the cabin until the windows steamed. Neighbors I'd only waved at, co-workers who dropped everything, off-duty Deputy Alvarez sipping coffee by the door just in case. At 8:12 p.m. the SUVs returned. This time with a rented neutral mediator, clutching a folder full of brand new fairy tales about implied consent. I opened the door smiling. 30 phones lifted behind me like a silent choir. The mediator started reading. I held up a single clear folder. Recorded no trespass order, active restraining petition, photographic proof of forgery, midnight video of my father stuffing fraudulent insurance forms into my mailbox. Then Sloane, quiet 8 months pregnant Sloane, stepped off the porch, tears freezing on her face. I'm not bringing my daughter into a house we took by force, she said to Connor. We're going home. For real this time. Connor opened his mouth. Nothing came out. Deputy Alvarez handed over the fresh summonses like party favors. Taillights vanished down the mountain and never came back. I closed the door. Through the triple deadbolt I installed myself. Turned to a room full of people who chose me. To horizons that stay ours, I said. We drank hot cider under 1,000 amber lights while snow started to fall, soft and deliberate, erasing every tire track they ever left behind.